Hey there, how is everyone doing today? My name is Chef Gailyn. I'm also a certified holistic nutritionist as well as a dietary health coach. And I'm really excited to come to you guys today. Today is day 7. It's Sunday and 7 days out from my fitness competition. I am competing in the Muscle Classic Elite. This is my first competition, so I'm super excited. And today I wanted to talk about how to stay motivated, okay? So if this is something interesting to you, go ahead and share it, like it, kind of get the word out. And I'm kind of hoping that like after I go through this journey this next Saturday that I'll be able to give you all some more tricks and tips for the actual competing adventure that I'm on. Right now, I'm just sharing from my heart how I'm feeling, how I'm doing. I'm definitely on track, so I feel really excited about that. Really, the food has been... They say 90% of what you do, whether it's in, healing or weight loss, or even fitness training, that a lot of it is really the food. 90% of it is the food. And I would have to say that's 100% true. I am just going to say last night, was, just a good night, but the cravings are real, my friends. All right. And so the focus of today's episode is, how to stay motivated. It's so many of you say, Chef Gailyn, how the heck do you stay motivated? You've got this tiny little infant who's 7 months old. You're only eating like 4 hours of sleep. Sometimes you feel completely depleted here at Sunday. And like, how in the world do you stay motivated, and then, trying to deal with your teenage girls and your business and really, to be honest with you, it's who you surround yourself with. God has really blessed me with some amazing friends and family that really believe in me. So when I'm in those dark times where I just feel like I cannot make it, like I cannot get to the next step, literally, I am blessed by someone just swooping in and literally lifting up my arms and there was the wind at my back. And, there was a long time where I wasn't really surrounded by many, really like strong, motivated people. And it was just kind of like just the circle I was in. I was, I was a mom and I had like a restaurant, but I was living in this really small town. And so I started really listening to these online, a lot of these people online that are really motivating and uplifting. And it was kind of wild because one of the ladies that I was watching online, her name's Tanya Eliza, and she's, just so powerful in her, and what she has to share and everything that she's, going through. She's very real. So I watched her, I had been watching her for a while, and even to the point where, my husband now, back then, we weren't even married yet. We were just dating and he'd be like, oh, so what are you doing? Or what are you doing today? And I was like, oh, hanging out with my friend, Tanya Eliza. But it was like literally just like, her videos, her YouTube videos that were just super inspiring in what I was doing. And then next thing you know, I find out she lives here in Wilmington and we end up becoming really close. And she ends up actually being in my wedding this past year. Love her to death. Very powerful. But, her and others, it's amazing when you surround yourself with people who are motivating, uplifting, encouraging, and also open, honest, transparent, and real, how you become what you surround yourself by. So I just encourage you that if you're in that place too, where your circle just isn't that right now, that you can really find people online to actually fulfill that in you and you become inspired through. And then, and then God will always open up the doors and give us the desires of our heart. So if you really want to be surrounded by that tangibly, that can definitely happen. So, surrounding yourself with motivating people is like number one, Also, too, making a plan the night before has been really powerful for me. Being like, okay, tomorrow, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to get it done. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm gonna, go to the store and get this done. Obviously, I have to fill my kefir orders. I have to get in contact with certain clients. Plus, I teach classes and things like that. So it's kind of like all over the board. But really making a plan the night before is super, super powerful. You all might be wondering, like, oh my gosh, you're already in a sweatshirt. Yes, I'm here in North Carolina, and the weather has totally dropped. So it's been really awesome because I think tonight we're gonna have like our first fire in our fireplace. We have like a mad amount of firewood because, as a lot of you all know, last month we ended up having a hurricane that came through here. So yeah, it was really devastating, this hurricane, but we do have a lot of firewood now. Like, let's just say that, like, literally enough for the next 5 years. So my husband's actually going to be sawing it this next week, and then he's putting it in categories so it dries out throughout the next 5 years. He's like from New York, and I guess that's how they did it there. So here we go, right? So anyway, so that's why I'm like in my sweatshirt. I actually went for a walk earlier, and I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I'm so cold. And next thing you know, my girls come driving by, and they give me a sweat, and they're like, Mom, I'm like, hey, do you guys have a sweatshirt? They're like, yeah, here you go, Mom. So anyway, I'm just saying, law of attraction. All right, so grateful to be able to have that on my walk, today. The other thing too is what I was gonna say is, like, even though I'm competing in this competition, it's kind of interesting that I'm not really a competitor, I'm one of those people, and my girls are the same way. Like, whenever we like play games with friends and things like that, it's more things like tag, or like a thing where kind of like everyone wins. There's not really like a loser, you know what I mean? And not that I don't like to, but it's just kind of funny that that's kind of like how I am. I've always kind of been that way. So going into this competition, it's been really fun just meeting other people online, and just how sweet it is that they just reach out, and there's such like a really, really sweet community. But in staying motivated, even though, because a lot of times people are like, yeah, I'm motivated by the win, I'm motivated by the trophy, I'm motivated by to get my hair done tomorrow anyway, and my nails, excited about that, and I'm motivated by things like that. It's kind of interesting. I'm not really let me get this back here. Okay. I'm not really motivated by that. I'm like, but I do get excited when I end up lifting more, I do more weights, or, doing everything in excellence is still really, really important to do. So even if you're like me and you're not a competitor, what keeps me motivated is like just doing things in excellence and literally doing my very best and getting the best I can be in whatever I'm doing. You know what I mean? So that's really, really fun. Also too, another thing that keeps me motivated is really just protecting my energy. And a lot of you might experience, like, you might be going through something, like you might be building a business, you might be changing careers, you might be on a health and fitness journey, or, weight loss journey, or who knows, schooling. You might have be like in schooling for something specific, and you might be surrounded by maybe some people, and sometimes it's those who actually love us the most, who might not be 100% on board of why we're doing what we're doing. And sometimes if we allow it, we can allow people to deplete us from that. And so that's why it's really important to actually be crystal clear on, this is your journey, this is why you're doing it, this is your personal journey, but not let people suck the life out of you, and you have to expend so much energy explaining why you're doing what you're doing, trying to convince people to understand, because we cannot control other people. That is one thing that is for sure. We do not have the control of other people. We have control over our own mind, body, soul, and spirit, but we definitely don't have control over other people. So really just kind of letting that go and not let them suck the energy out of us is super, super important. Okay, and then also to knowing your why. I think I've already talked to you all about this and how important it is to be crystal clear on your why you're doing what you're doing. But nothing is more motivating when you wake up and someone asks something, or you look in the mirror and you say, I'm going to be doing this even though I feel depleted and I'm tired, but I'm doing this because there's a greater reason. Your family, friends, children are always a great motivating factor of getting up and just going to it. And also just staying committed to the process and enjoying the process and having fun in the process. And just knowing that at the end, it's just the gratification of just knowing that you did your very best, and no matter where you place or how whatever you're going through ends up evolving, just knowing that you completed a journey and that you committed to yourself should definitely be enough. Let's not be hard on ourselves, right? So really just knowing your why you're doing what you're doing is super, super helpful and motivating. All right, you guys are amazing. I appreciate you all honing in on everything I'm doing. I know this is like a little bit blurry right now. Okay, honing in on everything that I've been doing and following my process. And I really appreciate you other competitors out there that have, shared some awesome tricks and tips with me, since this is my first journey through this competition. It's been really, really fun. And I have enjoyed the process. Of course, I'm moving into peak week, so I'm getting a little bit depleted at this point, but I'm definitely having a blast. All right, I love you guys. And go ahead and if you scroll down, you'll be able to jump on my site, and I actually have a 30-day program if you're wondering about health and weight loss and all of that. I have a 30-day program that's actually free that you can download. All right, mwah, have an awesome day.